You're tuned in to the hottest sports show. That's what's up.
Hey, welcome to That's What's Up. Turn it up a notch. Sports and life, same breath, same push, same clock. From the Bay to LA to Vegas, we done seen them lights. Then we ride through the other 48, dipping long nights. I'm talking hoop dreams, backboard talk, net snap, football, Sunday shoulder bruise, still step back. Baseball, summer heat, ninth inning. One more swing, lifestyle too, not just wins, it's the stuff in between. Gym stories, promise lies, folks weird, but we show up. Pre-workout courage, then reality, you grow up. Family on the line, so you grind like it's rent. Do some days you feel chosen, other day you push through. What it takes is reps when nobody claps for your heart. When the plan breaks, still you push it right back through. Victory ain't magic, it's scars with a lesson. If they won't smoke cool, we breathe deep, no stressing. From courts to cuffs, from cleats to the club, we keep it all the way honest. That's the love, let God sort them, we just show what we made of. Word to Kenny Edwards, this is That's What's Up. Yeah, tap in.
He's a father, a husband, all-around athlete, physical trainer, entrepreneur, gym owner, basketball trainer, champion, Hall of Famer, and even has his jersey retired. He's also my neighbor and happens to be my friend, David Bell, everybody. So how you doing, man?
Everything's great, man. Thank you for having me, first and foremost, man. This means a lot.
Absolutely, man. So this means a lot to me. We're both from the same area. We'll get into that. So I've been actually a secret fan of yours since 1999. I feel like I manifested this interview. As I remember just seeing your name in the newspaper. I think you had set the record or something at your school. And a buddy of mine, we were just like, man, if we could just shoot like David Bell. Man. And you never knew who I was. And we'll get into that till when I met you.
Right.
Decades later, to now actually doing this interview. So I am elated to it's like the equivalent of sitting across from LeBron.
Come on, man, stop. Dude, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. But that's special to me because sometimes you just never know who's watching. That's a big thing. You don't know who's watching and what comes back around years, decades later. It's crazy.
That's true. So we're from the same area, born and raised. Now, are you from Oakland or?
From Oakland, 96.
96. Avenue. I don't see it.
I know.
That's a compliment. It's a compliment.
For sure,
right?
For sure. I've come a long way. I will say that.
So what was early David like?
I mean, probably a little bit of 96
no
in
way.
me, for sure. Still quiet, but still, flip the switch and,
Mom and dad in the house?
Mom and dad in the house. That was special. That's what led me the right way. Pops was grinder. Mom's was entrepreneur. So that's what kept me straight. I'll say that.
Now, similar to you, I grew up with both my parents in the house. I never really knew, though, how rare that was because it was my norm.
Yeah.
Did you recognize how rare it was for you to have both your parents in the house at the time?
Absolutely not. There's no way I knew. I mean, I had a couple friends that were, had moms in the house, no dad, or separated, but it wasn't highlighted. Probably wasn't highlighted enough in my house. It was just it's crazy to even think back on what they did and how one person could do, raise a kid in East Oakland with all the distractions, all the different things. So, yeah, it's crazy to think like that.
Okay. So, did you play Babe Ruth? What was your early upbringing? What school did you go to? What school? E. Morris Cox?
E. Morris Cox? No, but I'm right around the corner.
Okay. My cousin grew up on 98, and he went to Cox in Elmhurst.
That's crazy. Yep. So I didn't. I mean, I should have. But so my dad went to Hayward High.
Okay.
My grandfather had real estate. So one of his real estate properties was a duplex I grew up in. So I grew up right there on 96. And so, man, my grandfather was in Hayward. My dad went to Hayward High. So I was really immersed in Hayward. But then my mom's side was in North Oakland. So I had my dad, a little bit of Oakland, a little bit of Brookfield. He grew up in Brookfield. Then he was raised in Hayward when he went to Hayward High. So my grandfather and my grandparents were in Hayward. So they were the babysitters.
Right.
So when my parents were at work, I was in Hayward. That's why I went to Hayward High. Better commute for the parents. But, yeah, I should have went to Elmhurst, should have went to all those schools up and down 90. Tried to get an O'Dowd, but I wasn't good enough. All that.
Hey, no knock to anybody, but it's probably good you didn't go.
I'm really glad. I'm really glad I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really glad. Yeah. So I went to Fairview, which is up in Hayward, but that commute every day. We was driving that 15, 20 minutes every day to school. Get up early. That was the grind.
Did you play youth sports?
So I started youth sports probably 6th grade, and my parents put me in youth sports because I was so quiet. They were like, dude, you too quiet. We got to get you involved with some different things, get that personality out. And one day I came home with this flyer that said there was a basketball tryout for All Saints up in Hayward. So I came home with that, went to the tryout, and from there I was hooked.
You was hooked.
I was hooked.
Basketball tryout.
And it was over. And then tried baseball in like Alameda with my cousin. Nah. My grandfather got me into golf really.
Wow.
Like at 12, 13. Took me to the golf course a lot. And he said I was really good. He said I was really good at golf. He said I had to make a decision. Either you're going to play golf or you're going to play basketball. But which is the popularity thing that comes with basketball. You want to be that guy.
This is before Tiger Woods.
It's before
like,
Tiger,
I don't even
for
see
sure.
Anybody that
resonate like, nah.
I get it. And where do I even play?
Right?
Like,
Yeah, all that. So, yeah, I fell in love with basketball.
So you grew up on 96, which I'm like, wow, I just can't even picture that. But you are quiet. Quiet and 96 don't mix. Was there a reason you were so quiet? I would have been scared. Let me just put it out there. Like, I definitely grew up in East Oakland, but I didn't grow up on 96.
Yeah.
So what was the quiet personality as a kid? What was that attributed to?
I don't know, because my parents aren't really quiet. My mom is, she was a Panther. She's an entrepreneur. My dad is a grinder. Like, he was doing crazy, walking to BART to San Leandro BART station just for I could take the car, like a ton of stories. But I think I was just really observant, and I would just sit on my porch, or I would walk to the store around the corner. We had a McDonald's around the corner, so I would walk the neighborhood, but everybody was cool with me because for some reason they knew I hooped. I would go down the street. I was like, man, I would hoop at the park, and some of the OGs over there would not say nothing to me. I'd be good, walk home. Everything was always all good. But I learned so much from observing on that porch.
Yes.
Let me tell you, everything you can think of, I saw on that porch. Okay. Everything you can think of.
So now that we live here in Vegas, a lot of people I meet can't believe some of the things I saw at an early age. Like I saw my first person get shot in like 7th grade. Like some people go lifetimes without seeing somebody get shot. What were some of the things you saw? You said you observed a lot sitting on the porch. Hopefully you never jumped off the porch. What were some of the things you saw like early on that would just blow people's minds?
I mean, I lived across the street from a drug house, for real. And so when drugs are in the neighborhood, brings guns, violence, prostitution. The sideshow would be one, because I was right. East 14th was my next block over. Okay. So anything,
I know exactly where you're at now.
The biker
we're talking
club,
like what, 80?
81, 80, yeah. I was born 81, so like 88, 90. Yeah, it was crazy. The biker club was right around the corner, so when they would shut down the club over there, they would come right to our block and just motorcycle sideshow right, like literally. I lived on the corner. It was literally right there, right on my block. So I'd be on the porch looking out the window at 2, 3 in the morning, looking at all this madness. The gunshots every night. People breaking into our house. Mom's getting her purse stolen from the front porch, and Pop's chasing them down the street in barefoot, like crazy stuff, man. But it was, I can look back and laugh at it now. And, I try to tell my kids about it, but they don't know. They have no idea. But those things, man, I'm not running from none of those things. I love where I grew up, and I love the people I grew up around. And, those situations at the time weren't great, but I can look back and say I made it through something, and it still drives me to this day to be successful.
I think the conundrum I have with myself is I always say I wouldn't change anything from my childhood, but I would never want my kids to go through it. So it's weird that like I wouldn't, and I know that it made me tougher and made me like overcome adversity and all that stuff, but like, why wouldn't I?
Why would I want you to do that?
No, I don't want you to do that. Let's teach those lessons a different way.
Exactly.
But, and it's like in the midst of all that, we have to be kids and walk to the store and get fruit roll-ups or 25-cent juices.
Exactly.
And it was just our norm.
It's a norm. Dude.
And I never knew that this wasn't going on in other neighborhoods. I just thought like this was life, and you got to dodge crackheads, and this is how you dodge them.
This is what you do.
This is what you do. Like,
exactly.
Mind your business, and they'll leave you alone. And the other thing too that was different from today, and you mentioned it, was different from today then when we grew up in the 80s, the same thing you said, the street dudes, when they recognized you had a talent, you was off limits.
You
was off limits.
Yep.
And there were so many times I had dudes on the street be like, "Nah, he good." And then, hey, you got a game? You got a game Friday?
Exactly.
Be like, all right, little cuz, like go ahead.
Yep.
You know, today they see you got a talent. They even more got a bullseye on you because they get more clout for taking you out. And I'm like,
it's
that's
the
not how
OGs,
it
man.
was
Where's
back
the
then.
OGs?
Where the OGs? We all moved to Henderson.
For real.
So now you grew up in Oakland. There's a storied history with the Oakland Athletic League, Castlemont. You're right there. Fremont, winning state championships and going to the state championship at this time. Oakland High, Mac, Skyline, all those schools, right? Man. Tech. Did you have an interest in going to those schools, or?
For sure.
When you're coming up in junior high, where are you trying to go to high school?
For sure. I mean, it was a thought. You know, I went to Bret Hart in Hayward.
I lived across the street on A Street. I lived across the street, literally from Bret Hart.
Crazy.
With the KFC.
Yes, we used to KFC
I was
every
literally
day.
in those apartments across the street from Bret Hart. I would walk out my apartment and play baseball on that field right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I literally on 1180
crazy.
East Street, 1180
East right
East Street.
There, yes.
That was my address, 1180 East Street. Shout out.
Man, that's crazy.
Bret Hart Jr., our elementary.
Yep. So, we was up there. That's where I went to middle school, and that's when I really saw that I could be good. I had a chance. So, I thought, I had a lot of cousins in North Oakland, went to St. Mary's. So when I wasn't at school, I was really in Oakland. All those ties with all those Oakland people were like, man, you should go to the castle. Go to the castle, right? And I was like, maybe I should go to the castle. My mom and dad were like, well, you ain't going.
Please.
Come on, please.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get O'Dowd.
Right.
So I went to, I tried to take that test at O'Dowd, didn't pass the test. Okay. Luckily, because like now, Hayward High was good to me. Being under Eddie House was like, you got to see that every night? Shh. All right, this is what I got to get to. And I think that's where, it paid off to go to Hayward High. Yeah.
Did you play AAU in junior high?
Junior high, I didn't.
You didn't? Okay.
I wasn't good enough.
Really?
I wasn't good enough.
Like, what made you not good enough? Like,
man, I was super skinny.
Okay.
I was quiet, so I wasn't no leader.
Okay.
I was really pushed by my two friends. It was me, Will Walker, Iman Maddox.
Okay.
We were
the name Iman Maddox. He went to Hayward High.
He went to Hayward High. Yeah. So we all were coming up together, and like my dad would help coach a team. Another friend's dad would help coach a team. So we were like, not that good. We weren't no AAU team.
Right.
But that we just knew we weren't good enough. I was super skinny. I could only shoot. Probably had no handle. So I was one-dimensional, and at AAU back then was real. Like they had cats from De La Salle coming over. O'Dowd had a nice little program. And
this is when there's only a few teams. There's not anybody's uncle can start a team.
Who's there.
It's like the Rebels, the Soldiers. Capus had a team.
Yes,
and that was it.
Yep, and that was until high school. I really got with Capus, but around the 8th grade is when I met my mentor. Chris Rivers. Okay. So Chris Rivers really, I wasn't even good enough to play. He was running the soldier team with Calvin Andrews.
Yep, Calvin, yep.
So I was just running with Rivers, seeing what real AAU basketball was looking like with, all the guys from Leon Poe to Drew Gooden to, Giovanni. I mean, these dudes were so good. Lorraine Russell, they had a mix. That team was so stacked.
Yeah, these are names people need to look up.
People need to look up.
They didn't make
guys.
it to the Leon did, but these are names. Lorraine Russell.
Come on, man.
These are names that
Ali Thomas.
Thomas.
Come on, man.
What's your other guy? Went to Hayward High. Juma.
Juma. Come on, man.
Gerald Walker.
Gerald Walker. Come on, he was the first one to really go overseas, and people were like, he making money.
And get to the money.
Riding in the Range Rover, like what? Yeah.
Because that's when we thought overseas was like...
Yeah, you ain't overseas. You ain't go nowhere.
You ain't go to the league?
Exactly.
If they don't know, you can go over there, mortgage rent-free.
100%.
Car note-free.
We can get into
tax-free.
For sure. We can get into that. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Juma was the first Hayward High guy I heard of.
100%.
Yeah, he was the first one,
Yep.
So you're going 8th grade, Hayward High. You get there.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got there in ninth grade. Because I get confused sometimes. Some schools start ninth.
Yeah, we
some
had
schools
7
didn't.
and 8th in Bret Hart, and then 9th started Hayward High.
Okay.
Yep. So ninth grade is when we saw Eddie.
Okay.
And
Now, did you play JV or?
I played freshman.
Okay,
Freshman.
damn.
I didn't want to play. I mean, we were kind of just clicked up. Me, Iman, and Will were like, we were trying to stay together and build something. We really competed against each other. That's really how I got good, because Will would go do his workout, come back like, oh, his jumper got better. All right, let me go to the park and get some more reps up. Iman would do the same thing. Iman in the weight room. Man, I got to get in the weight room. So we were really pushing each other at that time. So when that ninth grade hit, we saw Eddie. We were like, man, it's another level. Like, we think we all right. We coming in.
Eddie is one grade ahead of you, or
no,
two?
He's a senior at that time.
Oh, I didn't know he was that much older than you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going crazy.
Yeah.
40s and 50s.
Dumb crazy.
He was Steph before Steph in high school. Like, handle crazy, dunking on, talking crazy. Like,
Eddie gave me the mentality that I had. I heard him say one time, I was watching the game, he was on the bench and I just was in the crowd, overheard him. He said, "Shut up, coach. I miss 100% of the shots I don't take." I said, I like him. I like him.
You ain't backing down to nothing.
I like him. Yeah. That's crazy. So you watching Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
You watch his work ethic.
Yep.
10th grade, 11th. Like, when did the breakout happen? Because when did the David that I read in the paper, when did that happen?
That wasn't until, so ninth grade going into 10th grade, that's when I started playing in the AU. NorCal was the name of the AU team. Okay. Rivers kind of got me in there. I still wasn't that good, but I was playing against better competition. And that really raised the bar. So from my ninth grade to 10th grade, that's when I made a kind of a bigger jump. And in 10th grade, I played varsity with some older cats, still the same guys, me, Iman, and Will, but there's starting to be some separation in that. But I think that summer was really the one that took me, and then I traveled. Then you start seeing, like, what, guys from Seattle can hoop? Mm-hmm. Guys from L.A. can hoop? Like, I never saw that before. I never even thought that was possible until we started to travel, come here to Vegas for those big-time tournaments. And you see some of that talent out there, and you're like, okay, back to the drawing board. Like,
I feel like that happened to me too.
Yeah,
when I started playing AAU, and then we played in a tournament at Stanford, and I was like, oh, the intensity level's different.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, these
late.
Guys can jump.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this guy plays hard.
Yes.
All 4 quarters.
All 4 quarters.
No possessions off.
Right.
Okay, this is how I'm gonna have to bring it.
Man,
but to your point, I needed to see that. To know that, like, okay, there's another gear.
Yeah. When did you see that? What year was this?
I played AU 8th grade with the Wolverines. I played with them, and it was like me, Gino Vital. It was like a lot of football players, but Marquine Chandler.
Oh yeah.
Before he got good, he has a late bloomer story. Matt Taylor, just some guys, nobody that really, like, other than Marquine. The other guys that ended up being standouts were all standouts in football. It's really weird. We're just a bunch of football players.
Football days.
Just a bunch of football players.
Athletic,
just a bunch of football players. Yeah. But that's what I saw, and I think we played against DJ Williams one year. What's his name? El Cerrito.
Which one?
Drew Gooden.
Drew?
Yeah, I was Drew blank for me.
Drew, yeah.
So Drew Gooden came and played with us for like a week, and I was like, oh.
Next level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's tall.
Yeah. Can hoop.
So, I had that same thing where it was like, I think that's when I knew football was probably good.
Your sport? I'm done with this hoop thing. Let me go back to the field.
I'm 6 foot. I can't dribble with my left hand. Can't dunk. Let's just play for fun. But it's probably not going to be our ticket out of here.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So you made the jump.
Mm-hmm.
You come back to Hayward High. Are you the man? 10th grade, 11th, are you the man? Are you still kind of just like another guy?
I don't think I'm the man. I think we got a nice little balance. We got a big fella, Antoine. We got Big Marion. We got like a 6'9" and a 6'6", 6'7" guy.
Marion went to San Jose State.
Yes, Marion Thurman.
He was at San Jose when he was like my big bro.
Marion's the guy.
He was like big bro at San Jose. Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
good dude.
Great dude.
Yeah.
He's doing really good in life right now.
Is he?
Yeah, he's like a dentist or like a dental assistant.
I can see that.
He's doing really good.
He had a military background. Like, he was sharp.
No, he's doing really
sharp in high school,
I stay in touch with him.
Man, that's the guy.
Okay.
Yep.
I didn't know Marion was there when you were there. Okay, cool.
I was just a shooter. I'm probably taking bad shots, all type. I was trying to be Eddie. Not even close to being Eddie, but we was all trying to be Eddie. Yeah. Quick release, just shooting bad shots. But I made a few, and I was just a shooter. But then, that junior to senior, that's when like, oh, I'm trying to make D1. I'm trying to go D1. So that's when I try to lock in a little bit more and try to be that guy and take that leadership role. And
who else was in the area at that time? Because this was a golden era.
Man, golden era. That's a great question.
Because you're there, and this is like 99,
This
98.
is 99.
So like Larry Guess,
Yeah.
Armand Wainwright,
I mean, this is like
Sing-Q Carey.
Sing-Q was there with spin move. Ray Young was the guy.
Ray Young was the guy, McDonald's All-American.
St. Joe, all those St. Joe's
Nate
guys.
I just got into not an argument. It was a good banter, social media banter with Nate Maras, Renee Jocks. Renee Jocks.
Renee.
And he made a good point. So his 97, 98 St. Joe's team had like 14 guys playing college. I still think that 98 Fremont team, though.
With
it was Armand, Larry, Marcus Malone.
Yes, Marcus Malone. Man, I remember seeing that.
Fred Shavies, Josh Shavies.
Yes.
I think they could have gave them a run. Now, did they have 14 people go to college? I mean, dude, we're talking about Oakland school grades,
right.
politics.
It was a lot
There's
going
a lot
on.
going on.
Yeah, it was a lot going on.
But in terms of just talent, I don't know, bro. Between St. Joe's, Vallejo, and Fremont,
that was a good run.
I think they give them a good run.
I think it's a great run.
I think in a best of 7, it probably goes 7.
It will go 7. The only thing who's the coach right there in Fremont? Because
Clint Williams.
Okay.
Coach Clint.
I don't know. You might be right on that one.
I just think it would be a good battle. Now, I'm not saying like, Fremont would dog them. No. It would be a good battle. We got to play the game. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to just concede that St. Joe's, yes, you put 14 people in. You're also a private Catholic school. And
that's we already know. We already know. I like that, though.
So I got to tell him. So he's there. Who's in your league? It was Hayward.
It was Hayward. I think San Leandro was good.
Castro Valley.
It was O'Dowd because O'Dowd had just moved into our league from the OAL.
So that's like
O'Dowd was like Derek Lambert, Tony Champion.
Fremont beat them in the playoffs, but that was 99. Yeah, 99. Yeah, Fremont beat them.
Y'all was nice. Yeah.
So
yeah, no, O'Dowd. Yeah, Fremont was. Yeah.
You getting recruited at this time?
Absolutely not.
No,
I didn't. I mean,
but you were the league MVP, right?
I was not the league MVP.
Okay.
I had a bunch of highlighted games, but I don't know. My career just wasn't never. I was never an MVP.
Me and Jermaine Washington were like.
I thought so. I thought so too. But that's here.
Was that frustrating?
It was frustrating, but I mean that's what has driven me to this day.
Yeah.
Just not really caring about the accolades, but when you don't give me the accolade, for real, I don't got that. Okay. Let me go back to the drawing board and get better. Yeah. So I'm kind of grateful for all these opportunities that people have, downgraded what I've done, and because it just still drives me. I think that's my main driver is just like, I don't really care about it, but for you not to notice it, I feel a certain way.
I hear you.
You know what I mean?
Humble.
Like I'm humble. I'm super humble.
Yeah. And you're playing because you love it.
And that's the real reason. I'm doing things because I love it, not because I want the accolades. Like I care enough to do it for free.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I know. So we were talking about this before we started on camera. I wasn't highly recruited in football either, and we were talking about it's like you get like the NAIA school like Redwoods or Concordia.
Yes.
From there. And you get like some other like D3 school in like Minnesota somewhere. It's like, no, it's not gonna work. They don't even give scholarships. They be like, we'll give you an academic package or something. It's just like, all right. And then you get like JUCO. Mm-hmm. It's like it's very humbling. It's like
it is.
It's like all your friends are going to school and they're like, where you going? Where you going? And you're like, I don't know.
I don't even know.
Where did you? Because you didn't go to DVC, you didn't go to Chabot, you didn't go to Ohlone. Like where?
None of those.
Where did you?
I was recruited by them. If you want to say that.
Bring you on campus,
Ohlone,
give you some
like
cheese fries for lunch. Order whatever you want. It's like, bro, there's nothing here.
Like, what are we talking about? And I'm right up the street.
Right
like,
up the street,
what are we talking about? Right. Yeah. So, man, I don't know why, but Eddie tried to actually help me get into Arizona State.
Wow.
I don't even know why he would. Or so they say. His dad said at the time. Okay. And one of his other, Coach Al, tried to help me. But they were like, they gave me a look.
Al Payton?
No. Al Rishon.
Okay.
So I guess they looked and were like, this kid's too skinny. Like, this the Pac-12. You guys know it? Yeah. This kid has no chance.
But that's dope. Eddie stuck his nuts
For
out
sure.
For you. That's dope.
For sure. Yeah. That was tough. I look back like, man.
You guys have a relationship now?
No, I mean, we just talk. If social media, or if I see him, it's always
But he on big time.
Yeah. No, good dude. That's always been good. So, yeah. After that, man, it like crushed me because I was like, okay, Arizona State about to look at me. At least I could be But I had no idea. I'm a young high school kid.
Do you think if they would have came and got you, do you think you would have been ready?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'll be thinking too. That's what I'll be thinking too.
If they would have came and got me, I'd have made everybody look bad. I was too skinny. I couldn't do too much on the floor. Yeah. So I had a couple, I don't even know what the D2s were, and I knew I didn't want to stay home for some reason. Right. I just knew. And then one day, like I was always working out at like different spots in Oakland, Berkeley High. I was working out. O'Dowd, I would work out with Lou Ritchie.
Oh yeah.
But then I worked out at San Leandro a few times, and actually a coach here, Aaron O'Brien, introduced me to another one of his assistant coaches who had a plug at Porterville Junior College, which middle of nowhere, California, JUCO life. And I went up there for like a recruiting visit, and team was nice, stacked. I'm talking about guys from D.C., Chicago, New York, Louisiana. So they got all these different pieces, and I come in, I could just do my thing. So I went there and killed it in the tryout or recruiting visit, and I felt good. Coach was solid, which ended up being a coach at San Jose State for a lot of years. And from that point on, I was like, yeah, I got to find a way to go to this college. I don't want to because I kind of want to be kind of closer to home, but not too close to home. It was like 3 hours away, so that's where I ended up going for JUCO.
What city is Porterville?
Porterville.
Oh, it's called Porterville.
Porterville.
That's how much I know.
Exactly. You
I don't even know where Porterville is. I thought you was going to be like Ridley or something.
No,
I don't even know where Porterville is.
Middle of nowhere,
North?
Man. Nah, Central.
Like
so
Valley?
Fresno, between Fresno and Bakersfield.
Okay, so were you guys playing like
we were playing,
West Hills?
No, we were at College of Cerritos.
Okay.
Fresno City College. Okay. Some down in Bakersfield, but at that time, that JUCO in California was legit. Yeah. And we had a nice team. We ended up winning the state championship.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, won the state up there. They tried to get us my sophomore year for saying that we were cheating or something. So we were going through this whole battle for the whole season, but we only lost one game that whole season. So my JUCO career, I only lost like 4 games my whole career. Hall of Fame up there. Got the big banner up there for a state championship. So,
wait, individual Hall of Fame or the team?
Individual Hall of Fame up there. Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's crazy.
So how are you? Okay, so I'm imagining Porterville. All I see, like I've never been there, never heard of it. In my mind, I just see a farm.
Exactly.
Okay, you're from '96.
Yes.
And even Hayward, it ain't '96, but like Hayward is still like metropolitan city. Like, how did you?
I was going home every weekend.
I don't. I can
every weekend I was home.
I can believe it.
Any chance that I got, I would take that 3-hour drive, go back to '96, go hang out with my guy P40.
Yeah, P40.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we would be kicking and going to Black Fridays every weekend. All my time was still spent in Oakland on the weekends, but during the week I'll be in school and just hooping, and it helped me lock in. I'll tell you that.
It
was a different life. It was.
What was it about JUCO? Because when you go from Oakland, and in particular '96, to Porterville, 2 things can happen. You can say, "F this."
Yep.
This ain't for me. I can't do it. And I would imagine that Hayward, out of let's say 12 guys on the team, 11 are black.
Yep.
Yep. And you go to Porterville, it's like probably 50-50.
Yep.
And then not even 50-50, but people all around the United States. You can either say, F it, I'm going home, this ain't for me, or you can really lock in and say, I have a golden opportunity in my hands. What was it that made you go this way? Because I know a lot of guys that
fall off,
can't do it, can't take direction from a coach. Coach don't like me. We're running too much. I don't get the ball enough.
Yeah, all those things.
How was you able to stay in this lane?
My parents. And, the synergy that they had all the way up to, playing AU. We didn't have no money, but Pops would be grinding. Mom would find a way. Somehow they would make enough ends meet for me to go on a Vegas tournament. And they just did that all the way up. I'm talking about probably till I came my first year pro. I mean, they would do whatever it took for me to be able to be comfortable and stay focused on what the goal was, they would do. So I needed to get back and forth from Porterville to Oakland. Okay, we're going to find a way to get you a car. I need this. Man, I'm not comfortable in this house with 8 dudes from...
Yeah, I was going to get into that.
Bruh.
That was next.
Like, I can't. The house is dirty. Like, okay, we're going to figure it out. And they would figure it out, help me figure it out. So every time I would try to get out of there, they were like, nope, you need something? Okay, here. Stay there and do your thing. And then that helped me through all the way up. Yeah, as the story goes.
Yeah, that's dope because, to your point, first of all, this is pre-NIL.
Yes.
And I was going to ask because I'm like, I know some JUCOs have dorms. Like DVC, they didn't have a dorm. And hopefully it's statutes of limitations.
Yeah.
But they didn't have a dorm, but they had apartments that like nobody was paying.
Yes, we had that.
But it is like 8 people in a 2-bedroom.
Yes. It was that.
Okay, it was that. Okay. But your parents got the car.
Yep.
You're responsible for your own food.
Yep.
Now, did you stay in that house or did they like get you out of there? You had your own?
I was in that house.
Wow.
I was in that house.
That's a different guy. So Last Chance You, do you watch that?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
So it's like...
It's like that.
It's like that.
Yeah, because you got all those personalities.
Yeah.
18, 19 years old. At this point, I mean, man, 18, 19 years old. We got Washington, D.C. in one corner of the house.
Yeah.
We got New York in another corner of the house, and I don't even know if they get along. We got Chicago, and then we got Louisiana. And you got me from Oakland. And
it is JUCO.
Yeah.
So... This half has got like 4 different girls running in.
Exactly.
This half is shooting dice.
Yes.
This half is half drug dealers, half
100%. Yes.
And you're all in one house.
You said it.
Trying to just like, oh my God.
And we're all young, like trying to just do whatever, being wild.
No
and
parents.
No parents.
No curfew.
What?
Yeah. I'm just trying to put myself where you were, and just like, how the hell?
I don't know.
Did you make it? And how the hell did y'all go 28-1 and win?
Nice.
Like,
I was coach for sure. But we also, like, that's where I learned to win. Like, in high school, it was more about, I'll get a bunch of shots up and try to make shots and be the highest scorer and score. But we had some older cats on the team from D.C. that were like, nah, youngin', we're not doing that over here. You're going to shoot good shots. We're going to get the ball to our big fella that's ranked in the nation. And then from there, you'll win, and we'll win. So that's really where I learned to, like, be more of a leader, understand how to play the game a little bit better, along with the coach's perspective. So that's really where I learned, like, where to win, but also, like, you got to be tough in that house. We used to move the cars out the driveway and then fight almost every day, just because it's for nothing.
It's nothing to do.
It's nothing to do.
I'm frustrated. I'm homesick.
All the things.
Yeah.
So it just end up, I'm broke, yeah. Exactly.
Not playing. I'm not starting.
I'm not starting.
I think I'm better than you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it came down. All those things. So it'd be fight every day in that driveway.
And that's crazy when you were talking about the guys from New York, because JUCO is like everybody, especially at the level that you were playing at, everyone was the best player at their high school. So now you come here, everybody's trying to get the hell up out of there.
Yes.
And it's like, sacrifice is usually not the number one word at the JUCO level. So that's for y'all to be able to mold together, leadership, bro. Like, that's crazy. So now what is recruitment looking like at this point? Because did you stay at Porterville 1 year or 2 years?
I did 2 years.
2 years, okay.
2 years.
So now what does that start to look like?
My first year, I knew I wasn't getting out. I might have had a couple D2 offers, but to be honest, at that time, I was still skinny and I can only shoot the ball. And then that sophomore year, I had a great summer. So I went into that summer. I did something like 13, 14 threes in a DVC tournament.
But I used to work that tournament. That's
For
so
real?
funny.
Yes, the JUCO tournament there.
I used to work it.
Yep. That's crazy. So I went crazy in that, and that's when the floodgates kind of opened up for me. So I started getting letters and coaches calling. That was the summer.
What was that feeling like? Like 13, 14 threes is crazy. Even in today's standard, when all they shoot is threes.
Yeah.
That's still crazy. Was it like, man, the work is the work is paying
Yep,
off?
it
Is
was
it
clicking.
just basically like shot selection, or like what were you?
Man, I think it was all those things from wanting to be the best on the AU team and just grinding all the way up to not going D1 and not being ready to go D1, and then being a champion that year before for the JUCO in Cali. All that kind of just combined into that summertime going in my sophomore. Like, all right, you didn't make it here, you didn't make it out of high school. You had to grind, but you're a champion. So the confidence mixed with the grind, it all just kind of fell into perspective.
I hated working out. That's probably why I didn't make it. I just hate working out. You are doing all the work. From the outside, we would say it's not paying off.
Mm-hmm.
Do you enjoy the work? Do you like what kept you like grinding? And it's like to your standard, like we all want to go to Duke, North Carolina. So I'm just saying, in perspective, the work is not getting the results that we dream in our head and watch on TV.
Man,
I don't know if I could have just kept doing it.
I know. I think it started with Iman and Will, that our little clique and that competition we had between us three. That was always my driving force early. So I kind of established that early, like, no, I'm going to work harder than you. No, I'm going to work harder than you. So that was going back and forth. Then you see Eddie. You hear he's running 3 miles up a hill. You're like, all right, I guess I got to run 3 miles up a hill. Then I'm with Chris Rivers, and he's taking me go see these best players in the country at their practices, and I'm just watching them. I'm like, all right, I got to get this. I see what they're doing. I see what Drew's good, and I see what all those guys are doing. So I'm seeing it, and then I'm putting it into action. I'm seeing it, and I'm putting it into action. So I think that habit was built early, and then
so it was just in you.
It was just in me from that, though. Like, it wasn't – and then, like, my Pops. Pops was walking from 96 to, like, walking – not taking the 82L, but walking from 96 to the San Leandro BART station just so I can go to school, just so I can drive the car to school, and be the guy driving the car to school. So he would do that for me. So I saw that grind. I saw my mom grinding her managerial job and being an entrepreneur. So all those things are still like, this is what it takes, and this is just what it is. Whether you win or not, you got to put work in.
Yeah, that's good to know as a parent. That, like, the things, the principles you're trying to instill, they do carry over. That's good to know. JUCO, who were some of the guys you saw that played? Because I saw Derek Tarver in JUCO.
D. Tarver,
at the DVC tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Destroying cats.
40 a night. Cats. 40 a night and wasn't sweating.
Man.
Like, who did you see along the way? Because the London State Championship, you're going to play teams from the North, the Valley, the South. Like, any notable names that we might know?
Not back then. I think back then they were hot because that JUCO life in that time frame was crazy. We had one of the better teams. Like, my teammate went to San Diego State, Mike McHale. Curtis Washington went to another school back east, like Southern Florida. So we had the hot team, but there was teams like Fresno City, COS College, some more in the South, like at a LA City College. Like, this guy's everywhere. I mean, no notable names that'll be in the league now, but Cats was good.
So ultimately, you chose Montana.
Mm-hmm.
How did that come about? What was the recruiting process?
I think they were at that game. I had 13 threes. So from that point on.
Bro, you hit 13 threes, bro.
Crazy. I can't even believe it.
I can't even do that in a rec league. 13 threes?
13 threes.
Like, at some point, they don't go like, shooter.
I know, right? I don't even know. I still remember, but I don't know how.
Was it like the zone? Like people say, we're using the zone. You just black out. You just
dream.
Everything. It's just like.
It was a dream.
That's a lot. That's
a lot of threes. Nobody in the stands. It was just like a few parents here and there, a couple coaches. Nobody in the stands, but Montana was there, and they started recruiting me.
Okay,
so that point,
how did that start? What was the first? Like, take me through the first conversation. Because now it's like somebody's after you. Like, you're getting attention. Somebody choose me, choose me. Yeah,
finally, yeah. So he reached out. I think like the next day when we got back to Porterville. It was like, hey, this is Coach Schmaltz, like, just, Montana guy, like, through and through Montana guy. hey, I saw your game yesterday. I think you really fit really well up here.
I commit.
Yeah, but no, being from Oakland, Montana,
Yeah.
I'm not going there.
Yeah.
Okay, yep, okay, bye.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for the next thing to come up. I think it came down to like Pepperdine and Montana, which is
Brandon Armstrong was at Pepperdine at this time.
Then let me tell you the story.
Okay.
Pepperdine calls me and they're like, "All right, we want you." And actually, Coach came to the gym in Porterville. We're shooting around, and he's like, "All right, we want you. I want you to sign with us, but we want to see if Brandon Armstrong's going to go to the league or not." I'm like, "All right." At the time, I'm like, "All right, I know he's going to the league. Dude, nice."
Yeah.
So, we leave that day. I'm like, "All right." And then Montana's still like, I take my Montana recruiting trip and everything. And I was pretty rude up there. I will say that. I went up there. I didn't go out. I didn't talk to nobody. I was like just ignorant, man. But because I was just a culture shock.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's cold up here.
Yeah.
Football, the people are really nice, which is really weird to me.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Just on the other side. So,
hey, how's it doing?
Yeah,
what you want from me?
Yeah,
hold on.
Are you talking to me like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went home that night after talking to the coach at Pepperdine, and I was like, these dudes don't really want me. They want me, but they don't want me like to come hoop. I want to be wanted because I spent this whole time wanting somebody to like believe in what I was doing, and Montana was always that team.
What gave you that feeling about Pepperdine? What did they do or not do, or what was
it was the Brandon Armstrong.
The Brandon
thing.
Armstrong.
Yeah,
okay. It's like we want you, but only if he leaves.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if he stays, then what? Then what am I?
Right.
But yeah, so I was like, thank you, but I'm gonna just go ahead and go to Montana. And my coach was like, they want you. Like Montana's been here from day one. Like do it. So that helped. So I chose Montana.
What moms and pops saying right now? Because I know my mom after my JUCO situation, moms was like, bro, just go get your degree. Like I don't care. Like, just go get your degree.
That's
What's
exactly
your plan B? Is that what moms and dad are saying at this point too?
And my grandfather.
Yeah. And I'm like, when I'm hearing that, I'm hearing you're not good enough.
You're not good enough.
You're not good enough, son.
Think
and
about
I'm just trying
things.
to, what's your plan? Just make sure you have a plan B.
Exactly.
Is that what you hear too?
Oh yeah,
I hated that.
I hated that.
I'm like, I'm glad, but I hated it at the time because I wasn't hearing the chances are slim. I'm hearing I don't believe in you.
I don't believe in you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
100%. You said that perfectly too, because nobody's ever like said that, but that's exactly what you think. Like, man, maybe I'm not.
Maybe. Why does mom keep? She's like really adamant. I get this degree thing.
I heard you, Mom. I'm gonna get it. Grandpa,
I don't know if they have a journalism department. Right, why does it matter?
Looking at
pick
all the
a school
different
that has your major.
Yes, exactly.
I'm like, but they suck. I know, but they went to the tournament last year. I know, but they don't have a journalism department. I don't care.
That's so funny. Yeah. Yes.
Mama always knows best. So you get you went on the trip. You hated it, but the coaches like they want you. Mm-hmm. What ultimately tips the table that you're like, all right, I'll sign whatever.
They were Coach Smouts, the one that called me, came to 96.
Oh.
Came to 96, sat on my couch and was like, we really want you. And my mom was so impressed by that. Sat on the front porch with me. All that. Like, I think that's really, at the time, it was really impressive for this guy from Montana.
That is impressive.
Come to 96, sit on the couch, then sit on the porch. Mom gives him food, all that stuff. Like, he was really in it. So I think when he left, that was always a staple that stuck with me. Yeah. Coach Smouts sat on my couch on 96. Moms gave him some I don't even know what she made.
Okay, so I always laugh to this day. I had a coach do the same thing. Came to 55th Avenue. Bro, my mom did the typical black mama. Bro, she fried him chicken, cornbread, made me like put on a collar shirt, clean the house like family was coming. I'm like, Mom, he's recruiting me. Like, he need to just sit down. He should be bringing food. But it's so funny that our family, that our moms look at it that way. And then the coach didn't talk anything about football. The coach talked about graduation rates and making sure that when I left, I would get a degree.
Moms love that. So, boy, you going there.
Snake oil salesman, bro. Snake oil salesman, bro. This dude didn't care anything about my graduate. Bro, but he knew my mom. He knows all
Yeah, for
moms,
sure. Yep.
but black moms in general, but all
gotta
moms
have that.
of any race want their kids to finish. But yeah, my mom was like, I don't even know how many quarterbacks they have or what their record was. He said, you're going to graduate.
You going there?
You going there.
You a quarterback?
Yeah.
I didn't know
many pounds ago.
that.
Many pounds ago.
It's a rotator cuff coming back, huh?
I probably run a 6'6" 40 now. I ran a 4'5" then.
For real?
Yeah, I was a different
So
animal.
should you have been highly recruited?
So this is what I say. I was physically, I can play with anybody. I went to Oakland High. We were a terrible program. When we got on the chalkboard, that's when guys separated from me because they would be like, oh, Edwards, if you see this front or if you see this coverage, what's your read? And I'm like, bro, I don't know. Like, I couldn't anticipate. You know how they tell quarterbacks throw it before he's open?
Yep.
I couldn't do that. I had to wait till you were open, and then I would throw it, and then it's too late. So had I went to a Skyline or an O'Dowd and had a coach and been groomed, I do think, but this is not about me. We're going to flip this right back on you. But hindsight, seeing some of my friends and different, I'm not kind of happy I didn't make it to the league. Because if you're not a main guy making millions of dollars, that transition can be really tough on
100%.
people, identity-wise, financial-wise, health-wise, mental health-wise.
100%.
I've seen a lot of guys not be able to do that, and I don't know that I would have been able to do that. I know who I was back then. If you give me that much money, even if it's a short amount of time and that much like recognition, I don't know that I could fall off the ledge and be okay. So I'm actually kind of happy. Mom told me to get a plan B and get that degree.
Plan B, get that degree.
Fry that chicken, mama. Yeah. So you get to Montana, which to me would be a pretty seamless transition from Porterville, though. Like, did that help? Did the Porterville 2 years help?
It definitely helped.
Okay.
Me going back and forth to Oakland allowed me to understand the difference. You know, going from Oakland, going back to Porterville, you know, being at the sideshow, coming back to Porterville, being across the street from a farm or whatnot. So that did help. But even that transition to Montana was a whole nother level, just because the weather, the people were definitely different. No racism that I really dealt with my whole time there. But it was just a culture shock, man. Like, and then you on a big campus. You're on a bigger campus, basketball. So when I was in Porterville, the games were sold out. We were the only thing in town. So the whole town would come to the games. It'd be sold out, 2,000 people in there going crazy. And then you go to Montana, which is a football school. So we're going to the football games. You're going around the town. It's all football talk, and not talking about basketball. So a lot of different variables were shaken up when I went up to Montana. But once again, like, parents came through. I called them on the phone like the first 2 weeks. Like, I can't do it. I gotta come home. Like, I was serious. Like, I don't care. I'll take the bus home right now. I can't do it. And they were like, no, you're not going nowhere. What you need? Yeah. I was like, I'm stuck in this dorm room with my Philly guy, which is good people. But I was just, that culture shock was getting me. So they drove up a box shed for me up to Montana.
They gonna make sure you stay.
They gonna make sure.
But a box shed in Montana is crazy
it's ignorant.
work.
It's ignorant. It's just ignorant.
You didn't have the speakers in there, did you?
I didn't.
Okay,
I think, but I was trying to find them though. But
a box
sitting
shed
A1, everything
in Montana is
crazy.
That's wild.
Crazy, but
and you had dreads or braids?
Yeah, I had dreads. I was They used to say I was the first one with dreads. Like, I'm only one up there with dreads. Like,
you didn't do the gold teeth, did you?
I did not have to go. Miles wasn't having that. Even as a college student, we weren't having that.
Don't bring East Oakland all
exactly
was that
right.
Bozeman? Was that Bozeman?
No, I was in Missoula. Yep.
Okay.
So, yeah, the culture shock was real. But parents came through again, locked me in, and then I was good for a while.
Yeah. So junior year, are you getting playing time right off the bat? Because usually when they bring a JUCO guy in, they're bringing them in to play right away, fill a need. How did that season go?
Man, it was great. I had two big brothers. I had one of my good friends now, Deldre Carr, and Shane Christensen, another good friend, Sam Riddle. These guys had my back no matter what. And it was like real family. It was like a real family on that team. So still super competitive. They were already winning at a high level. I just came in and was like a missing piece. That little grit that a team needed, I was that guy. So still making a bunch of threes. I think I set the record that year for threes made at Montana. And then we went to the tournament that year, played Oregon, got smacked.
Was that Jones and
Fred
and
Jones and Ridnour.
Okay, yeah.
I think we went to the Final Four that year.
Okay.
Yep, strong team. But yeah, that was my junior year experience.
Where'd y'all play at? The tournament?
SAC.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
the
the
family
Kings
came?
Everybody came.
Damn.
Everybody
Lost
came.
by,
Dub real quick.
But it's
the
tournament. You could say you played in the tournament.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But the tournament though, first round, was that 1 versus 16 or was that 2-15? 1-16. So there's like nobody there.
No, it's sold out.
It was.
That thing was sold out. I think
wow.
because I think it was because of Oregon.
Oregon, yeah.
And whoever played after us or before us. So I don't know why it was sold out, but it was crazy.
Were you nervous walking out? Did your legs start shaking walking out?
Probably, for sure, because that's that stage. That's like the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, yeah.
Did you notice a difference? Because were you guarding Luke or were you guarding Fred?
I was guarding Fred.
Okay.
Fred, I think the first pull-up jumper, Fred came to the elbow and just pulled up. Literally, my hand is up at his feet, at his shins.
Yeah, no, he had hops.
Yeah,
he was a flyer.
Man, so that's when you know, like, there's levels.
Now, did you get yours off? Because it's cool sometimes, like, all right, Fred scored 19, but I had 21.
I had like 10 strapped. Yep.
3 for 20 or 3 for 8?
One of those. 3 for 11, 3 for 12.
Okay, back to the... We're not leaving early.
I got some more work to do. Let me get some more summers in the gym. 100%. That's funny. Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep. Levels, man. Levels. But yeah.
Now, did Bay Area guys go to Montana before you, or did you open the gate? Because I feel like once you went there, now it's like Will Cherry went there, and now Money Williams is there now. And
they got a stream now.
Yeah, but were you the first? Or were there guys before you that I just don't know
from
about?
Oakland, I think I was the first. We had a guy, Dan Trammell, that came from DVC.
I remember Dan Trammell. He played with Marion at DVC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember Dan Trammell.
Yes. Damn.
Yoke.
Yes.
Yeah. But Hops, yeah. Okay, I didn't know he went to Montana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Could
Dan
have played
Trammell.
any sport.
I remember Dan Trammell.
Yeah. So he was the other Bay Area guy. Vic Venters went to DVC too.
Vic went to St. Mary's.
Went to St. Mary's,
yeah. I didn't know he went to Montana.
Yep.
Yeah,
went
I know
to Montana.
Vic. Yeah.
Yep.
I played against him in high school a lot.
Basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Vic went to St. Mary's with Deshaun Freeman, Evan Glenn.
Free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those guys. Yeah, I played against Vic a lot. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yep. So those are only Bay Area guys up there, and then I was the only Oakland guy, and then after me was Will.
Yeah, Will Cherry.
Will Cherry came after me.
So you had a long career. Will had a long career. Money's there now. Man, that's crazy. Now, is it the same coach?
No.
Okay.
No.
But the pipeline is
pipeline is there for sure.
Okay.
Pipeline is there.
Now, senior year, this is it.
Is it?
Like,
so we go to the tournament and our coach gets fired.
Why?
So the way we went to the tournament was kind of wild. I know.
This is on YouTube.
No, it was.
This will be seen.
My guy Don Holst was a great coach. He was a family guy, kept everybody together. He probably should.
He didn't do the Sharon Moore, did he?
No, he did everything right.
Okay.
He knew that what he did, and he was like, "You guys gonna have to fire me because I'm not stepping down," type thing. I don't know. I mean, we had a great record, but we went to the tournament off a tip dunk from Dan Trammell.
Okay.
So I missed a corner 3 at the buzzer. Dan comes in from nowhere, tip dunk, game time. We go into the tournament. The rest of the season was more up and down. We probably should have won more games, but we were all so cool. Like we were making our way, and they didn't see it like that. They wanted somebody else to come in, so they got a high profile guy, Pat Kennedy.
Oh, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they had Pat Kennedy
I know
like that's big time.
Yeah.
So they're like, we're not passing up Pat Kennedy.
No offense when I ask this, but why did Pat Kennedy want to go to Montana?
I don't know.
Was he like in the beginning of his career?
No, he was at the end. He was at the end. I don't know. There was some connection with the AD and Pat Kennedy when they were at either Florida State or DePaul.
Okay.
So that connection helped him get that job there. Obviously, he had a pipeline. He already had a pipeline of guys that he could recruit. I was there. He was bringing in some other guys from like Florida. So he was bringing like different talent from different areas. And he was a big time coach. So when he came in, it kind of, everybody else we got confidence.
Yeah.
We got Pat Kennedy, bro. Like,
Are you nervous that like, damn, he gonna bring in? Because when new coaches come, they bring their own guys.
Yeah,
they damn near get ready.
100%.
They do the Deion Sanders. I'm bringing luggage and it's Louis, and it's like, no, at least give me a shot though. Like, are you nervous
right before he got hired, he called me and was like, "Look, I think you can play in Conference USA right now and be one of the leading scorers."
Okay.
So that gave me the confidence.
Right,
like, okay,
yeah,
he's saying it, but like when you come here, don't switch up.
Right.
So he came and he sat me down, sat my parents down, was like, "You're gonna be the guy. We want you to do this, this, and this. So don't worry about your job. Just do what you do." So from that point, I knew that I had a shot. I knew I had the green light to do whatever I wanted. And then being under him and learn some different things. And he had, the first player development guy, Rob Norris, that I'd ever come across and got me right. So there was so many different factors in that switch up.
Now, most of your career, you've been the skinny guy. That's why you feel like people overlooked. Are you starting to bulk up now? Or are you still the skinny guy? Okay.
Still not in the weight room.
So how did the senior year go with Pat?
It went great. We probably underachieved for sure. He gave us all the freedom, and we just didn't execute the way we should have. We lost to Derek Lambeth and Tony Champion at Sac State.
Oh!
So Pat Kennedy comes in. We had in the first, I think we're in a conference.
I think Renee is there too.
Yeah, Renee's there. Yeah, Renee should be there.
I think he's there too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pat Kennedy gets online, goes to the newspaper and says, "Yeah, we're not worried about Sac State. They can't shoot." I said, "Bro, do you know who you're talking to?
Right.
These dudes are winners."
Marcus Malone is there.
Yes, Marcus Malone is there. He got some. Yeah, Joe Seth is there. They got some guys.
Wow. Yeah, they probably shouldn't have said that.
He shouldn't have said that. They come into Missoula talking crazy. Every shot
at the house.
Ooh. They said you can't shoot. They said we can't shoot.
And these dudes know you.
They know
personally.
me personally.
Yeah.
So it's real, and that's how my college career ended.
Damn.
Yep.
Okay, so now it's over.
It's over.
Did you have to keep going to class after the season was over?
Yep.
Because I had a hard time transitioning from that. Like, football's over, but I still got the second semester. I'm no longer at football. I'm not going to spring ball. I'm not.
Tough.
That was my transition. What was that like for you where it's like, I'm just a regular student now?
It was tough.
Yeah.
Because I'm walking into class, it's like, I'm not that guy like that no more. We just lost to Sac State and, conference. I think we the 2 seed or something crazy. And I'm like that. I'm lost. Like, this is it.
Yeah.
I'm not going back to Oakland. Like, what am I going to do? Like, who can I talk to? What can I do? Let me get in the weight room. They said I can't. Now I'm gonna start.
Now that it's over. I guess
let me cut my dreads and be real spiritual. Yeah, it was real.
That's
real
crazy.
Transition.
So basketball season's over. Let's say March, right, from the conference tournament.
Yep.
Are there any prospect in NBA? Anybody talk? Is it overseas? Is there an agent like, hey, bro, I think I can help you? What's going on around this time?
So our
because you got the Calvin Andrews connection too, right?
I do, but
you know him or
I know Cal, yeah,
okay.
Yeah, but I never used the Cal connection.
Okay,
I never personally did, but I was looking for all those opportunities, but I don't think I ever. My mom might have reached out to Cal on some
I would.
Yeah, he was a guy. Yeah, Chris Rivers, all those. Everybody was in my corner, and everybody was pushing for me. But I had Wayne Tinkle, who's at Oregon State right now, was our manager at the time.
Okay.
He had just got done playing overseas, so he was giving us all the game. This is what overseas is like. Rob Norris was the first person to tell me. That's the first player development guy that Pat Kennedy brought over. He was the first person to tell me, look, you can be a pro. And this was like senior year of college. And it that rang a bell, like maybe I could be a pro. That was the first time I ever thought about being a pro. So when he said that, okay, let me lock in a little bit. And this might have been towards the end of the season. So after that, and Wayne Tinkle looking out for me, he gave me my first agent. I'm trying to get in Portsmouth, Invitation, all these different tryouts. You got to go through all that whole process. I had no clue what that was like. So Wayne Tinkle gave me my first agent, Warren Ligari, and then Warren Ligari got me into a tryout with Denver Nuggets. Bruh. Not ready? You talking about not ready?
Not ready?
What?
Did you think you were ready going in?
I did.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
Because I got in the weight room. And I was like, that's all I need. I just got to be in the weight room. That's all I need. But it was just so much more to that. It was so much.
So
more
what gives you the conclusion you weren't ready? What happened in that? Who was there? Was George Carl? Was it or who was it?
George Carl?
Okay.
Carmelo had just got drafted.
Right.
Like we walking in, here come 6'8" Carmelo
You saw
walking.
him.
Saw him walking in the building. Just got drafted. And I'm like, man, this is a whole different
Are you
level.
excited?
I think I'm ready.
Yeah.
I think I'm ready. We
You
get
like,
on that
I'm finna
floor.
go to the league.
Yeah, I'm going to the league.
Yeah.
I know what I got to do.
Buy mom's a house.
Yep. It's why, Mom, I'm gonna get you all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But right when we got on that court, the leadership that a lot of the guys. So I'm with guys that went to Oregon, went to all these big.
So you're in a group workout.
We're in a group workout.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 75 guys.
Oh damn.
Yeah, it was big. It was a big open. I don't know what it was, a private but open type. Trying to make the summer league team.
Got you. Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm on the floor with guys that's done this 2 years already. Guys that just came from Oregon, just came from Arizona, and the leadership and the communication was so different. And I'm trying to be a one. I'm naturally a two guard. So I'm thinking bringing up the ball, getting pressure, turning it over. I'm supposed to have a floater. I really don't have that. So I'm learning all these lessons. Defensively, I'm not ready. Physically, I'm ready, but just defensively and offensively, I can't get to spots. Can't do nothing right. So another eye opener. So I'm one of the first group that gets cut. I think first 10 guys that go home. I was in that group. They send you home in a limo. All this stuff, and it's high class.
Nice
I'm like,
consolation.
Man, nice consolation. Like, I got a nice room by myself downtown. Like, man, this is what the league is
Getting
like.
cut ain't so bad.
Like, I mean, a limo on the way home.
Right. Damn.
Yeah. So, but that ride back to the airport from the city of Denver to the airport is like an hour ride.
Oof.
That hour ride, I'm writing down like, man, I got to do this.
So you're not giving up.
I'm locked in. I'm locked
It's like,
in.
oh, they showed me the formula.
Yeah. Now
Okay.
I got it. Now, at the highest level, I know what it looks like. So I go home, and Warren LaGuard tries to get me in like a tour in Mexico. I go on an EA Sports tour doing exhibition games back when they would put teams together, play against the college teams. I do all this, and then nothing pops off for like a year.
Now, mind you, during all this time, the scholarship is over, or are they still giving you the Pell Grant? Because I'm getting to like, you're doing all this is what I'm trying to portray to everybody. You're doing all of this. There's no money coming in.
No money coming in.
That's what I'm trying to portray. Of like,
I left Montana, and I said I'm not going back to Oakland. My parents were thinking about moving to Vegas, so I was like, I'll just move to Vegas. I'll see it. You guys can come out whenever you want to. I'll move to Vegas. Help me out with some rent money. I'll try to do the rest, and then we'll have an apartment. You guys can check it out. So in between leaving Montana, going to Las Vegas, that's when all this stuff has happened. I'm going to Mexico. I'm going to EA Sports Tour.
but you staying with moms and pops.
Moms and pops paying a little bit of my rent.
Okay.
And I'm working at 24-hour fitness at the front desk, still trying to grind like crazy.
Yeah.
So that's when it hit. But that's when I knew, like, and then being exposed to Las Vegas basketball was different than the Bay Area basketball at the time. There really wasn't any open gym to where you can just hoop. 24-hour fitness like in San Leandro or downtown YMCA, whatever, it wasn't the same.
Right.
I came out here. My guy Deldre Carr put me on to the guys. Marcus Banks is playing at the gym. All these guys. Rashawn Marion's at the gym. Like crazy hoop.
So you hooping with them?
I'm hooping with them.
Did you ever play in the San Francisco Pro-Am? Did you?
I was always playing in that.
Bro,
every year.
How did we just gloss over?
I don't know. I forgot about
Sanford,
that.
the Bears,
I still
Rucker
got my
Park.
jersey. That is our Rucker Park. That is our Rucker Park.
So for those that don't know, the San Francisco Pro-Am is our Rucker Park. So any day, Jason Kidd can pull up, Lamont Murray pulls up, Jaha Wilson pulls up. Any pro, any college, Gilbert Arenas, the guy on the block who Hook Mitchell
was up there.
It was like anybody who like, oh, he should have made it, but he chose a different direction. Now they get to play. And it's free to get in. Kezar is free to get in. And for some reason, Oakland and San Francisco street politics do not get along. At Kezar, though, I never seen any altercations.
Nothing.
Everybody puts it to the side, and we watch this free, high-level basketball game where anybody from the street can compete against, like you said, Jason Kidd, Gilbert Arenas, anybody. Like,
man, how do we skip over that?
What years did you play in that?
I was a junior in high school. I'll tell you the first story.
You was playing early.
I was playing early, but So my freshman year, Eddie tried to bring me up there. So Ed calls me and is like, "Hey, you coming to practice with me at San Francisco? We're practicing in the city at Kezar for Pro-Am. Hey, but I'm gonna tell you something. Don't be coming up here acting all scared. Come up here and hoop." And I'm like, all right. I hit him back like an hour later. "Hey, Ed, man, I can't make it, man. My tummy hurt. I got to go to work, man. I can't make it,
Mom's tripping.
What mom's tripping, man, said I can't come, man. That was probably the worst decision I ever made.
Wow.
Because that was
J.R.
my end.
Ryder.
All them guys.
Bro, the Pro-Am was nuts.
Wild. And from that day on, I was like, I'll never tell this dude no. Like, I miss out on a huge opportunity to, like, really get better and see what they do. And I was with Ed. Like, he was going to take care of me. Like, yeah. But, yeah, so.
But you played later.
But I played later.
Oh, okay,
I played later. Somebody got me on. I don't even know who got me on. But, yeah, everything you said. The streets was in the building. Met up with some Frisco cats that was cool. Like, street Frisco cats that was cool. It was like, man,
so everything was put to the side for that couple of hours that they was playing in there, and it was banana. Like, my dad would take me every summer. It was like, we going to Kezar. Like, every summer.
Gotta go.
It was packed, sold out.
Man, that was a time.
Yeah, it's not like that no more.
Can't be.
Nah, it's not, bro. I watched it on YouTube the other day. The stands were empty. I never heard of the dudes that were playing. Whatever. So, Ligari's still in contact with you. You're going to, like, Mexico, fucking Tijuana and shit. Man. Like, where did the break come in?
Dale J. Carr, my guy out here that was my old teammate at University of Montana, he gave me a business card, and it had an agent's phone number on there. I had one game. I had a few games, but one big game stood out in my college career was I hit the game winner against Stanford at Stanford.
Y'all beat Stanford?
Yeah, we beat Stanford at Stanford.
Justin Davis?
Justin Davis.
Whoa.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Justin Davis at Stanford. So, killed that game. So that was my one film. I was just sending out everywhere. That was my one film. Like, it's going to be anything.
I can't find the tapes, but I got this one. I got this one.
I know I got this one. So I sent that out. He's like, "Oh, yeah, I got a job for you. Hit me up. I got a job for you in Switzerland." So, whatever. That's like $800, $1,000 a month, whatever. Stay in a hotel, share a car, nothing. One meal a day. And I'm like, whatever, I'm going. So get my passport, figure that stuff out, leave from the city, leave from San Francisco. Another culture shock came through. Hit Switzerland, whole new world, bruh.
They don't speak English.
No English.
No, well, they might have McDonald's, right?
McDonald's, like, that's the only thing that really is different.
Yeah.
Like, just the look of everything just looks, everything's smaller. No cars with rims, no scrapers, no, what I'm saying, no box shelves.
Street signs,
no,
not in English.
Yeah, not in English, like real, like simple. But man, I knew I had to make it. I didn't call mom and dad that time.
Right.
I was like,
Were you excited or were you scared?
I
were
was
you
super
nervous?
excited.
Okay.
But still, playing a pro and going from college to pro, obviously, being a 2, I knew I had to be a 1. And I was just trying to be a 1. I was trying to be what they wanted me to be until, like, they were about to cut me. And my 2 other Americans were like, "You know why there's this French dude here. You know why he's here, right?" I'm like, "No, what's he here for? He's coming to take your spot today." So that day I went crazy, hit a bunch of threes. Coach was like, "You know what? We were gonna cut you, and not in English, in French. We were gonna cut you, but we're gonna keep you." Wow. Kept me from that.
How much are you making at this time?
$1,000 maybe a month.
Okay.
Living in a hotel, but also, like, Switzerland's super expensive. The Swiss franc compared to the U.S. dollar was something crazy. So the only meal we could probably afford, all 3 of us Americans, was McDonald's, and a value meal was like $20.
Wow.
So that $1,000 was going quick.
Yeah, no. Now, are you paying your own rent and stuff, or is the team doing
that? No, the team pays for that.
I know when you go overseas, sometimes they cover all of that.
Yeah, I was supposed to be in an apartment. I was in a hotel. We got one car between all 3 of us. We got one meal a day at this little restaurant that was cool, that saved us. But other than that, like...
Are you... Because your current wife, you met her in college.
Yep.
Are you guys married at the Switzerland time, or are you guys just boyfriend, girlfriend?
Just boyfriend, girlfriend. Okay. Yep, doing a long-distance thing. But even when I was in Vegas, she was back in Montana. still going to school, finishing school up. So, we're doing a long distance thing there. We're trying to figure out how she can get to Vegas. At the time, the school, she was an elementary school, getting into elementary school teaching. She had to come to Vegas because Vegas had this big boom of teachers coming through. So we're like going through that transition. So a lot of my money was being spent on phone cards at the time. Phone cards. Like she was spending all her money on phone cards. I was spending all my money just so we can have conversations on the phone. Right. Only email. And this was like, you got to go to a internet cafe at the time.
Wow.
Because there's no Wi-Fi. There's like internet cafe on the email back and forth. No Skype at the time.
No FaceTime.
None of that.
Yeah.
None of that. Just different.
There's no Google Meets.
None of that. It's not that easy.
I don't see her face.
I don't see your face.
I don't see her face.
Even on the phone, like she would have to call the hotel and try to call my room, but the front desk don't speak English. So there's days like I try to get through, but the lady didn't understand what I'm saying.
Wow.
So it's just, that's a whole nother. Yeah.
So Switzerland, how long did you play in Switzerland?
That season, I finished the season. I led the league in scoring. And then I came back. Another team offered me, I think, $1,500 the next year, a month. So I was like, I'm coming up. I'll make an extra $500 a month. There's some drama back, but another agent was trying to reach out to me at the time for me to go to France. I had a way bigger deal in France, but something happened to my email, so I had to go back to Switzerland for $1,500 a month. So I finished, and in between the season, like this time around December, you get a break. So I came back home, asked my wife to marry me, and then from that point, I knew I had to make some more money. So I left Switzerland, went to Finland. So I play in Neuchâtel, Switzerland from the beginning of the season to December. I leave there and I go to Finland.
So how long were you in Finland?
Just the rest of that season.
Okay.
Yep.
And then at some point you had a G League trial. When did that come in?
So when I'm in Finland, I'm with my guy John Allen that played at Villanova.
Okay.
He's nice. And he's like, I just got done playing. You're telling me the stories of the NBA and all this different stuff and who his agent is. And I go to Finland, I have to be the one. I have to play the one again. And I'm cool. Like, we make playoffs. We probably should have won. And I'm just realizing, like, the last game, I still remember, I just am not good enough. I'm just not good enough. I don't got enough. I don't have the right representation. Let me go back a little bit. When I was in Switzerland, I had an OG that took me. We drove like 6 hours to Italy. One of his best friends, which now I realize who it is. It was Rowan Barrett, who was the father of Barrett that plays for the
R.J.
league.
Barrett?
R.J. Barrett.
Okay.
It's his dad.
Yeah. Wow.
We go to his
small world.
Small world. Don't even know at the time. I just know they're best friends and we're going to Cantu, Italy. I go to this game. I'm like, what?
Different level.
Different level. Fans is going crazy, chanting the whole.
I hear overseas is crazy.
Man, Italy's like, it's different than Switzerland. It's like really like open. People are super cool. Man, it just opened my eyes up and I was like, all right, I'm trying to go play in Italy. So that was on my mind the whole time. So I go to Finland and I realized like, there's no way I'm going from Finland to Italy. So I'm like, I got to do something different. I got to figure out how to get in the G League. So after that season, I'm like, I'm probably not going back to Europe. I'm going to just try to grind and get better, get a new agent, level up, really what it was.
So the G League tryout, are you like, damn, this is my second chance? Like,
yeah.
Where is the tryout? Because they always be like in Stockton or something.
I did like 5 tryouts. So, you know, a lot of guys say like, yeah, I'm gonna just go to the G, man. It ain't that easy.
They have no idea that the second, third option at your favorite, and sometimes the first option at your favorite college is in the G League.
In the G League.
Yeah.
Stu's is real.
Yeah.
And we're playing for money.
Yeah.
It's a livelihood.
Yeah.
So I did all the tryouts. So I made it through an open trial, which is like 300 dudes. They're only picking 2 dudes out of 300 to then get into the draft. Once you get in the draft, then you got to get picked by a team. Then you got to go to the training camp and then make the team. So I go through that whole process, that whole summer. No, matter of fact, let me go back. I played in the CBA.
I didn't know that.
So CBA was the G League had just got on, but the CBA was the old school like G League, D League. So I played in there for a season, And then that's when I got my reps. That's when I got better. That's when I got to talk to my teammates about who was good representation, because some of them played overseas at a higher level. That's when I kind of got the game, and that's where I got better because I was in Butte, Montana at the time, middle of nowhere again, and just getting better, getting my reps, learning. Then I go to USBL, which was another like phase in Dodge City, Kansas.
But you're in the States, though.
I'm in the States, though, yeah. But I'm learning all this game, and I'm meeting all these different people, all these high-level people, high-level coaches. Dale Osborne, he was the one that really took me under his wing and advocated for me to get into the G League. So then that summer, I go through all these processes of open tryouts and trying to make the team, finally get my opportunity, Dakota Wizards, go to the training camp. Last cut,
you were in camp with the Wizards?
I was in camp with the Wizards,
wow.
yeah. But this Dakota Wizards, a G League team.
Oh, okay. I mean, still impressive.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, so I finally get there. I make the last cut, and they cut me, and I'm hot.
Yeah.
Like, I did everything right.
Yeah.
I did everything right.
And in your mind, you probably killed dude that they cut.
Yeah, exactly. And that's when I learned. Like, he was like, you didn't do nothing right. It's just a numbers game.
Yeah.
I said, oh, that's so cold. Yeah. So I go home, and through this time, I'm still like getting calls from overseas to come over for a little bit of money. So I go home for like 2-3 weeks. I get a call, team and friends wants me to come for an injured reserve. So I got a 3-month contract to go over to France and play in the Pro B, kill it. Towards the end of that little contract I had, I'm like, y'all gonna sign me or what we doing? Right. And they're like, we don't know. Another Pro A, which is at the higher level in France, is like, we want to sign you. Then the G League calls, and they're like, we got your spot's open. So I've got to make this decision on like.
Now, would you have been making more money? Because a lot of guys make more money in the overseas than they would at the G.
Bruh.
But the G is in the States and closer to the league.
Yes. So I got an opportunity to make $4,500, I think $5K in France, maybe even something like that, tax free. Yeah. Clean, like not Switzerland, got a solid apartment, got a car to myself, all that. And then there's the G League, which is, I had the C contract. Yeah. C contract is $13,000.
Yeah, I wasn't even go lower than that.
$13,000 tax. You still got to put the tax on top of that.
$13,000 annually, not monthly.
Not
let's
annually.
clear that up. Annually. Yeah.
So I go to the G because I'm like, it's not really a league type thing. It's like, I'm going to get some good reps. Yeah. So if I get these good reps, I get better, I'm going to make crazy money overseas. So go back 2-3 years in a G, get my reps, like I say, and then it finally comes to this point where I'm like, all right, I've done enough here. I've proven myself. Am I going to go overseas? Am I really going to try to push for the league?
So you played 3 years in the G.
Yep.
And then, so now how old are you at this point?
Man, that's a good question. I'm married. We got married, so I got to be 25.
Yeah, so I'm thinking 25,
26. Yeah. Yep.
And then 28, 29, 30 in the NBA
it's
is kind of like, it's like,
yeah. So I came to that point. I'm at home. I can go back to the G, but nobody's calling overseas. Nobody. Crickets. So they send me to my contract for the next season, and I tell my mom and dad, like, and my wife, like, I think I'm done. I'm retired. Wow. I got to think about what I'm going to do now. Yeah. Not knowing, like, I don't got no plan. Yeah. I don't got nothing in store.
Just tired of the grind.
Just tired of the grind.
Constant letdown, the constant rejection, the constant, I get
Trying
it.
to do the right thing.
Yeah.
So literally, I want to say like the next day.
God is good.
God is good. Germany team calls me. Hey, we've been after you for some time, because they were calling me like back when I first got in the G after France. What do you think? You don't have a job now? We don't have that much money for you, but we would love to have you. And I think I asked my wife, she was like, yeah, you better go. Yeah. I mean, you said you want to retire, right, but you're not ready. So I go over there, it's over. I'm cooking. I'm doing everything right, playing well, doing everything I wanted to do at that time. So she takes a little leave of absence from the school, so she comes over. So now we're together in this little town in Germany, changed everything
That
from
helps.
that point on.
Yeah, that
like
helps.
I was hooping, wife's here, we're good.
No more phone cards.
No more phone cards.
No more
we're good.
lotion by the
none of that. We good. I got that oil change every day. I'm good. I'm good. So man, yeah. So from that point on, that's when like the real career started.
Yeah. So how long were you in Germany?
Overall,
Yeah.
I was there 5-6 years in a row.
Were you with the same team?
Same team.
Okay, because you had a hell of a run.
Great run
In Germany.
Great run.
Did you championships like?
No, we were a low budget team.
Okay.
But like shouldn't have been in the league. But we were always like we made the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
We'd be like top 8 team makes the playoff, 10-9.
The Wizards.
The Wizards, yeah. But
Okay.
but it was just like Porterville.
Mm-hmm.
The fans were insane.
Yeah.
They were crazy. Like they would die for whatever it took. So you got that support and being around that environment, like you would do anything to just win. And so it was like a championship because if you make the playoffs, that's a championship in their eyes. And they know they don't have the budget to be able to get the top guys, EuroLeague guys. I was probably the highest paid guy there for a while, but man, that was the championship.
Do you feel like I got a home? Like I can just hoop. I can, because sometimes too, when the American is over there, like you're literally there to score.
Yes.
Like you're not there to rebound. You're not there to you are there to score.
Yep.
But you were a scorer though.
I was a scorer.
Did you feel that pressure, or was there ever a point where it's like I'm good unless I just like fall off the wagon?
Yeah, I mean, I knew after my first year when I think I might have was top. I would think I was a top 5 in scoring every year in Germany. Most of my years in Germany. But I knew I could score. The thing that, I look back and I say, well, I probably could have moved on to a better, higher league. But I had all that past from like, I just want to be in one solid spot. I always wanted to go play in Italy. I was always a goal. But I would get a 2-year contract. They come back with me here. You want another 2-year? Yeah, let me get another 2 years.
It's for sure.
It's for sure.
Yeah.
I probably could have went way higher league, but I wanted to be loyal. Family was good. My son had just been born. My daughter was born in Germany. Like, there was a lot. I went away and came back, actually. Went to the Netherlands and came back to Germany and then had another run. So, yeah, I wanted to be loyal to them.
Yeah. So you got your jersey or your Hall of Fame at Porterville. Did they retire your jersey?
I don't think
but your Hall of
Fame. Mm-hmm.
They retired your jersey in Germany.
Yep.
Bro, you had a hell of a run, bro.
Great run.
Like,
it was a great run, man.
Like, I would consider your career to
100%.
be a success.
Yeah, 100%. And it's not even like one of those, flashy careers.
Yeah.
It was been solid.
Solid. Just steady. Like
Just
I said in the
steady.
opening, it was perseverance and seeing it through and just being steady. And
Exactly.
that's amazing. So when did you know it was over? Because I know you at one point you teased it, and it's like
Yes.
And your kid. Because I feel like when you retired, you still had something left in the tank.
For sure.
You didn't tear your Achilles.
No.
You didn't.
Yeah.
What?
Man, I think, so diligent and working and doing all the things I didn't want to do, getting up at 4 a.m. in the morning, 4 or 5 in the morning, running hills, getting to the weight. It's a job. It's an 8-hour job for real. That what a lot of people what hoopers don't know is like,
It's not just the game.
It's not just a game.
Yeah.
Like it's a job, and you don't get paid in the summertime, so you don't even know
I didn't know that.
No, I mean you can, but I wasn't getting paid in the summertime. I had a 2 year, so I knew I was coming back, but that just caught up. Like I went to Italy, the team went bankrupt. I go to Italy, have a great season, go back to Italy again after that. Then it starts to dwindle down. I'm not playing the same way. Then I try to save my career and go back to Germany, and I get injured. My first injury ever.
What was it?
Torn pec.
Oof. Can't shoot.
Can't do nothing.
Yeah.
It was literally the first day in Germany when you got to do the test, like you do all your testing. I shouldn't even have did the bench press. I did a bench press, it tore it. So that first 3 months, I was out 3-4 months, and that was like, and I tried to come back, and that's when I was like, man, this ain't the same.
Yeah.
So I was ready to retire right then.
And how old are you?
36,
Yeah,
37.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm like,
The body doesn't recover the same.
all those things. Like I can't keep doing
Weak
getting up-
dudes blowing by
Right,
you.
like, and they don't know who you
You're
are.
right,
Like,
right.
you don't care about the
OG,
OG.
what's up, OG?
Exactly. Exactly. So, yeah, that summer, I told the family, I'm like, I'm done. My son broke down. I don't want you to be done.
How old is he at this point?
Man, he got to be 4 or 5, 6.
Okay, so he's seen you play. He's loving it. He's the crowd.
Yeah,
that's my dad. That's my dad.
Got my jersey on in the games. Like, know
coming to
everybody.
practice.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
He's in. Yeah, he's in
He
it.
took it harder than
he
you
took
did.
it harder than me.
Yeah.
Wife is like,
Yeah.
My daughter's still too young, but my son got me.
Yeah.
He was like,
The
I
wife
don't
was
want
like,
you
where's
to.
this check
I
coming
know,
from?
for real. Like, you sure you ready? Like, dude, you good? Yeah. So that got me. So I was like, all right, I'll play one more year. So we went to Brussels. So I played in Brussels my last year, and I knew it was my last year because that's when, like, I think I'm good. Coach ain't giving me no minutes, and I'm, like, complaining, like, bro, you're not really that good.
Right.
So, like, and then COVID happened. But I knew it was my last year before COVID happened, so COVID ended it, came home, and figured it out.
I think COVID ended it for my other buddy, too, that was playing overseas. I don't think he ever went back after that. Any funny stories overseas about not getting paid? I hear that a lot. Payday's supposed to be the 15th.
What?
Money ain't there.
What? Struggling. From the first
What do you
season,
do? Like,
you can't do nothing because all they're going to just keep telling you next week.
Next week. But does it eventually always come, or are there times where, like, next week never shows up?
Next week. So they knew that we were going to go bankrupt that year. And that whole year was just weird. Money wasn't coming in. Like,
Wait, but have they told you guys? So
No.
you guys don't know they're going bankrupt?
We don't know they're going bankrupt.
Okay.
So we come to training camp. Normally we go to a designated place to do training camp. We don't. We do it in the town. I'm like,
this is
all
different.
right, we doing it here, whatever. Then we're supposed to get certain things like meal cards or get gas cards. Those things don't come. Then we start playing in these friendly matches, the scrimmages. We don't have no jerseys. I'm like, all right, man. Then finally, first game of the season, they tell us, like, money's already late.
Yeah.
Like, my money's way late. So first game of the season, they're like, look here, guys. We're going bankrupt. It's okay. The insurance is going to pay for this. You're going to get this, this, and this. And we're all in the locker rooms every game. I think we might have played eight games or something. Every game, we're like, what are we doing?
Right.
We're playing for free right now. What are we doing?
Making tape. Just playing for tape.
Just playing for tape. Not knowing we could get injured. Like a bunch of stuff could happen. So finally, we were all like, nah, that's it. We're not going. We're not going. And then after that, they were like, all right, we're bankrupt.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did they pay you? Or it just never came?
My money never came.
Golly, I hear a lot of stories about that. So another thing that I want to touch on, because as a former athlete myself, not at that level, but I did play, and a lot of my buddies that played, that transition from pro careers over to now I'm just a regular civilian. I got to work, but I've been dedicating basketball. I don't have a resume. Like, did you have any mental health, any identity crisis? Like, what were some of the things you had to deal with?
Man, that's a good one. I think that, I don't like to say it, but like that COVID really messed me up too, just because we were so isolated. The family, we were good because when we're overseas, there's no running. Like me and the wife get in an argument, she can't go to her mom or she can't go nowhere. It's just us in a little apartment. So we learned how to be with each other in the house.
COVID, you're here though in the States.
COVID, I'm here.
COVID
I'm here.
Okay.
So I'm kind of isolated, no job. I already know I'm done. I can't really step into anything because there's nothing. I have a couple investments, but nothing really.
Right.
And I knew because so many years people telling me that I wasn't strong enough. I already had a personal training certification, so I was already training people. I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur in some way. So I just kind of took the next step. So I just started these outdoor workouts.
I remember.
Those outdoor
That's where
workouts,
I met you.
man. That's where we met. That's where we met. So, I mean, before that, though, I knew, I was like, man, I'm going to grind it out. I'm going to grind it out like Pop. So, like, I got a warehouse job coming out. And I'm like, I want to see what this, I didn't care, though. I was like, I'm going to grind. Like, I'm going to just go. I went to that warehouse job for like 2 months. I was like, bro, this is different. People looking at me like, you play basketball professionally?
Right.
What are you doing here?
Right.
So all that
That's what I
ego,
would've thought. Yeah.
all this ego stuff, and I don't really have an ego, but that, like, I was like, man, you're right. I probably should be doing something else. I probably should have prepared a little bit better.
Yeah. But how do you, though?
You don't know.
How do you prepare better, but also give everything you got to a profession that you are the top 1% of the 1%?
Exactly.
That's got to be
from
crazy.
Sixth grade.
Yeah.
All I knew was hoop.
And then I would imagine when you're overseas in the community you're in, everybody knows who you are, or you get recognized often.
Oh, yeah.
To now, it's like, hey, what's your name? Or,
yes.
You know, like, I can imagine when I approached you and was like, oh my God, you're David. That had to, like, you know, I like this little nigga.
I am somebody.
Yeah.
For sure.
I am
somebody.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it was just, it was different. But what I built up in that community when we were doing those outdoor workouts was exactly what I needed. Like, just people. I grinded from 2 people in a session to I had a volleyball team. I had like 30 people out there, I had members all under my company. So I became an entrepreneur.
Right.
And I learned so much in that time. But knowing I had built a community of different people, everybody was so good with that community. Like I was like, this is it right here.
You even helped me get back in shape.
Man, it was good.
It was 5 in the morning.
It was 5 in the morning outside.
It was 5 in the morning outside with the sprinklers.
I'll never forget that one.
But the wife made sure I got it. I love me some David Bell. So I was like, you know, and it's a bit of I am there. So that entrepreneur spirit, Shoot 360, amazing, Jim. We definitely got to get some content over there one day. Like, how did that come about? You're back in your passion now. Like, tell us, Shoot 360.
Man, so after I ran those workouts for a long time, but I was always connected to the basketball thing because I had guys that I was training, my pros where I was training, playing EuroLeague and all these different things. So when they were in town, that was my first thing. Like, I wanted to train. I wanted to give back to the game. So I was still training. And then one of my old college teammates hit me up. One day, I'm out at a trip in Utah at Zion with the family, and I get a phone call from him, and he lives in St. George, right outside. And he's like, man, I never got to ask you, what was your career like? And I was like, man, that's crazy. We haven't talked. I'm literally 10 minutes probably from wherever you live. So he's like, come by the house. Came by the house with the family. Dwayne Schallenberger, my guy, we start talking. He has 2 sons. I have my son. They play basketball. We go on this 2-year just trying to learn everything there is about training and why there's some type of disruption between AAU and school basketball and coaching and training, who's a real trainer, who's not a real trainer. So we go down this pipeline of just trying to learn from everybody we can. I mean, we're taking trips to Denver, going to Utah, doing everything we can to learn, like, what does real training look like? So along the way, we get with this guy, Manu. He's the owner of PGC basketball camps, probably one of the best basketball camps there is out there. And he was like, you guys should look into Shoot 360 and investing in it. So looked into it, and then it's technology, it's skill training, it's analytics, and, like, it's real training. And you can add value to it. So, man, once we heard that, it was over.
How long you been doing that?
We've been there about 1 year and 6 months, so 1.5 years. But it's been the best thing.
Yeah, it's an amazing job. When I went, I was like, boy, if I had this, I'd still be trash. But
man,
I'd be a little bit better trash.
That's what I'm saying. Literally. Every parent comes in and they're like, man, if I would have had this, and that's exactly what it is.
Where's it located, the address?
6260 West Pebble Road,
and
Las
it's
Vegas.
For all ages. It's
all
from
ages.
Elementary to
5 years old to my pros do it. So
I saw some pro when I went. I did see some pros there. Yeah.
So 29 of the NBA teams has this technology, which is the NOAA technology. So pros at the highest level, 150 D1 colleges have it. WNBA has it. So it's one of these things that if you're just an average basketball player, you get access to what the pros are using. So anything from that point all the way up to the pros, anybody can use it. So it's a tool that really allows people to understand what skill development looks like. Yeah.
No, that's dope. So, before we get out of here, man, where can people find you? Social media or
social media is becoming_full_circle. Becoming Full Circle. something that I just think my journey kind of led me to always re-becoming this person, said I couldn't be this, I need to go that. So everything I say is like a full circle moment. It means a lot to me. You know, so I'm saying like everything is just alignment.
Yeah.
I just think that the full circle statement is something that's special to me.
Yeah.
And something always comes back around.
Yeah, that's kind of how we connected too. Now that's coming back to me when I first walked up to you, and then we just started talking about books and
Yes,
personal
we did.
development and how I've changed and how this marriage is different from my other marriages because of me, and well, not marriages, marriage because of me, and just like
that's what hit
Oakland to Henderson and like.
Yep.
Yeah.
We aligned just like that. Right when you said that, I remember that. We were talking about books and how where you are in your life and what you came through and how you felt you were a certain person that you needed to grow up a little bit. Man, powerful.
Yeah.
Powerful.
Man, I definitely appreciate it, man. This
Thanks.
is definitely full circle.
Yes.
I was just like on the bench press, I got up and I was like, it's David Bell right there.
Crazy.
And I think me and Jermaine, my boy Jermaine Washington, I think we had literally just started, like we were just talking about you. And I think he told me, he was like, oh yeah, my boy Dave live out there.
What?
And I was like, Dave? He was like, David Bell. And I was like, I know of him.
Yeah.
And, you know, the guy we were reading about in the newspaper. He was like, yeah, he lives out there. And I was like, oh, I swear the next day.
That's what I mean.
I
mean. That's real.
I was just talking about this dude. And I was like, you know, do I go up and say something? I don't know if he's going to big time me or, you know, you just never know how someone's going to receive you, you know. So I was like, are you David Bell?
Man, I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
And then
bro.
I would hear about you in the Ultimate Hoops League. And they were like, oh, this dude David Bell, this dude. I'm like, man, I know him, man. From the crib, man. Yeah, man. I appreciate it, dog.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming by. Thank you for your time,
this.
man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you guys for watching That's What's Up. You can follow us on YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe. That's What's Up TV. You can follow us on Instagram. That's What's Up TV. Thank you, and we come back with more content at another time. Appreciate it.